Fuhosea. Fuhosea is a foundation of United Handicap, Orphans and Street Children in the Konambenge area. Founded in 2006 with a group of persons living with disability. See how we can better persuade our appeal to the public. I'm equally the director of the Fuhosea Disability Empowerment Center, which official handing of peace we are about to witness today. It has been a difficult struggle, not so easy. It has taken Fuhosea 10 years to realize this magnificent building that we are all seeing here today. It started as a dream, but as a leader who has a vision, has to pursue it, stand by it with persistence and perseverance. Today we are all witnessing the success of a dream come true. We are grateful to the donor organization from Germany who decided to invest their funds to Fuhosea Efona Cameroon for us to be where we are today in a comfortable place. When we started this Fuhosea, we were lodged at the SIAC, which is called Community Education and Action Center in Ekona, which was given to us again by the Ekona Bengatrakta Council or as a temporary premises. Today, we are happy to say that thanks to the Ekona Bengatrakta Council that gave us the 1 hectare piece of land in which this structure is standing on. The donor organization in Germany, you have the African Action, HIT Foundation and DMZ. Those are our foreign partners. Relent my thank you to the new women of Cameroon who have stand by us since the creation of this foundation. They are always behind us, supporting our vision, seeing where we are going to. They are there standing behind us. Each time we need an assistant, they are there for us too. One of the things you observe, you call it the magnificent building. Yes, I am happy for the public and for what you say, the magnificent building. I don't see, I can't appreciate the beauty of this structure, but what you tell me, it gives me a fulfillment that I, living with a visual impairment, can pursue the vision, and today the community is here to witness it. Even the administrator of Muyoka municipality, they are here to witness it. To give me a fulfillment in heart. You see, there are times that I used to say, how do we do to take one beggar off the streets? Thanks to this building, I think We are going to see many more people who will be trained in this building. We will be giving people skills in IT, vocational training, such as in the area of shoemaking, basket production, hairdressing, tailoring, educational aspects. We are going to do that. Those are our area of operation. Psychosocial care, we are going to do that. We can name the rest.
You are listening to a beat downloaded from $20beats.com.
But I've seen your programs envisaged. Does it mean that these rooms are all set aside for those kind of programs?
Yes, the rooms are set aside for those kind of programs. Not only set aside, the room are convenient for persons with disability, irrespective of the entrance and the surrounding you see. As for the room, they are convenient. You talk about the emptiness of the building. I acknowledge that. In the time when we were drawing up this project, we never include the bill of putting internal fitting, like the chairs, the cupboard, the tables, and the didactic materials, the computers. After today, or in the course of this program, we are going to initiate what we call fundraising. That will be asking the community. The German has given us something from a distance, from thousands of kilometers away. Here we are. This is a structure in front of us. I'm asking the community, what do we do? But however, I will not relent my efforts as the leader of this group, and with other members of the group. We will jointly put our head together to see where we can find funds. Why not even plead with our initial sponsor to do more for us? We'll be grateful. We are already indebted to them. We shall ever remain grateful to them, to our foreign partners. Now is the time for us to prove our worth. That we needed a structure, we have the structure. Let's make good use of it to change our life for the betterment of the society and Cameroon in general.
For us to have more than one rehabilitation center like what we have here?
So, very possible. In my research in doing this project, I came to realize that in the municipality of Muyuka, with 19 villages, Ikona is the largest by surface and by population. The World Health Organization states that about 10% of the population live with disability. If Ikona has 20,000 inhabitants, therefore there are 2,000 persons living with disability in Ikona. And this structure that we see here today, that they are about to hand over the keys, cannot dare to say that we can accommodate 2,000 persons. So therefore there is a big need for a second or a third center for persons with disability to be created.
Thank you very much, President Gallos. That has been very, very wonderful of you. So we shall turn over now and meet properly. While the children will rise and get ready for the singing of the refrain of the anthem, which we shall all put our voices together to give an enchanting singing. Division, the brigade commander, and the commissioner, police post Ikona, as he land of glory, holy star, thy devotion and dependent forevermore. Put your hands together, please.
Sons and daughters, Lord, we pray for this occasion. But those who have sympathy spirits, send it in wonderful building. Our senior, all here without any problem. Lord, we pray that you be the without any problem. In Jesus' name, Lord, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Program. This time we'll have a animation from Fuhosea Disability Kids. What they have prepared for us.
We are happy to see you here, and we wish you a nice day. We do pray that God will bring us here, will take safely to your home. See you here, and we wish you a nice day. We do pray that God will bring us here, will take safely to your home. No brothers here, safely to your home.
Disability Empowerment Center. Empowerment Center. This day, 10th March 2016. The divisional officer, Muyuka, the Lord Mayor of Muyuka Council, traditional and municipal authorities of Muyuka, Fuhosea Disability Empowerment Center. Ladies and gentlemen, Fuhosea welcomed you all here today on the occasion of the official launching of the Fuhosea Disability Empowerment Center. Historic, industrious, and cosmopolitan town of Ekona. Ladies and gentlemen, the center whose official launching we are all about to witness started March 2006 as an association of persons living with disability. Fuhosea Foundation of United Handicap, Orphans and Street Children of Ekona area. At the creation, this center was hosted by Siak Ekona as a temporary premises for Fuhosea. Fuhosea over the years has made enormous sacrifice to see that the foundation has has a permanent and befitting place whose sacrifice eventually paid off when in November 2012 we received a call from Dr. Mrs. Elizabeth Hales, member of Africa Action, German, requesting for an inspection visit to Fuhosea at Ekona. The visit was eventually carried out some months later, and an approval was sent and funds made available for the construction of the center we are about to receive. The edifice you see in front of you have been constructed by HIT Foundation, BMZ, and African Action Deutschland EV. 43 million CFA. 43 million. This magnificent structure is made up of a secretariat, an office of the directorate, a classroom serve as IT unit, a classroom for male and female, a conference hall, never and gentlemen, as you must have observed, this is a giant step that has been taken by the above mentioned party, who has not only accomplished us but has made a dream come true. The structure, however, to major challenges for our foundation. It have to overcome just to name these few. Dear guest, permit me to seize this opportunity to appeal for your kind and generous support during the fundraising exercise of this program. To enable us meet up with the above mentioned needs for an efficient and effective take up of this center. We shall remain ever grateful and indebted to you for helping us empower the disability and underprivileged children of our municipality. Will be unfair for me to end this address without expressing on behalf of members of Fuhosea my sincere thanks and appreciation to the following for their support among us Chief Findy William and his traditional council for providing 1 hectare piece of land on which the center has been constructed. The CDC for providing 600 meters of water pipes. The Council of Muyuka for their technical and administrative support. The Bishop of the Boya Diocese for allowing us work with the Justice and Peace Commission. Women for supporting us since the creation of this center. Our appreciation equally goes to Sous du pays for standing by us for the success of this ceremony. Ladies and for this ceremony, members of the management committee for believing in Fuhosea and being steadfast in the accomplishment of their duty. Grateful we are who made it here today for for God's prayer for all, for abundant blessing. Long live the Republic of Cameroon. Long live the cooperation. Thank you for your kind attention.
Please, let us put our hands together. We want to thank the President. We have seen it all.
Of the keys and the inauguration of this building is still to come. And he prefers to be here, but during the inauguration. She thinks that it's better for her to hand a building that is functioning than a building that is just empty. But I think I'm grateful for the Ekona people for welcoming us and for assisting us to be able to do this work as you can see it now. For over 1 year, from the 5th of January 2015 up to the December 31st, this structure took place. We were being supported by the chief of this area and the inhabitants of this area. We are grateful that for upon the whole of the time that we run this project, it was not like in other towns that we've done the same thing. We have never been robbed, and we are so happy because this town is a peaceful town. Today to hand over the keys of this building so that they can begin preparing for the inauguration day. We want to inaugurate this place with the students and the people inside. We are grateful to have been a partaker of this structure here. So right away, I will not go very far reading a speech, but I want to just present the keys and some of the documents, calling on the leadership of Fuhosea to be here tomorrow morning for some inventory. Because I have some equipment that we use at the site here. We want to hand them to them, and then we will supervise and see that these equipment are put into use for over 1 year before we completely open our eyes away from them. Thank you very much. So right, all of the people, all of the ESCO, they will come out here. I'll call woman. The whole thing there is we are grateful that the wife allowed him to stay here for 1 whole year without missing even a day to put the structure as you see it here. He's called Bar Camlos. So now I will...
Finally, the Lord has done it. 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 Finally. Most important item on the program. And can we maybe...
It's not only the keys. The way the Germans work, they work on transparency. The whole thing there is a chartered accountant's report here that we are leaving behind with the Fuhosea leadership. Equally, in their inventory, we'll be handing every bit of receipt concerning whatever has been purchased concerning this building that has been assembled by the chartered accountants here, so that because each franc that is given out by the German government, they want to know detailedly how it has been used. If it was wrongly used, then they ask for a full amount of it. So they will need a chartered accountant. We've sent it over to them. They have approved it. They have signed it. We will hand it to their own copy so that they have it in their file. We will follow up this to see after 5 years if truly what has been written in these places is what has been put in place. If not, the contractor will be held responsible to put all the things that were supposed to be put in place that is not in place but in record. So, folks, you open your eyes. Anything you read in this record and you don't find it in place, call him, call me. We will find out and give you where it is actually. God bless you all. Amen. We are calling on him now to hand over the keys to the divisional officer as he will hand it over to the community through the Fuhosea and equally the documents. Yes. These are the charter council. These are the keys. And after that, we will
I want to thank the African Action Group for this wonderful gift to Fuhosea. I think that Fuhosea, with the leadership of Carlos as the director of this Disability Empowerment Center of Ekuna, use structure. Carlos has never failed this community.
Amen.
I strongly believe that this structure has come to prove that he is somebody that the Ekuna Mbenge town can reckon with. Disability
It's not inability.
inability. Disability
Not inability.
is not that people should be neglected and relegated to the background.
Amen.
And to be very frank, he is one of the young men who has brought development and progress to this town called Ekuna. At the initial stage of this project, when he brought the plan and everything to show me in my office, I was still doubting. People are going to finance a project to the tune of 43 million. He told me that he is 100% sure. And I said, this young man can pull or move mountains. And today I'm surprised that I'm a living witness in receiving the keys and the documents pertaining to this structure. So, without taking too much of your time, as the Fuhosea community rightly sang, finally the Lord has done it. And the Lord will still do more.
Amen.
More will come.
Amen.
The equipping of the structure, the electricity, water, and why not the director's home, because the director is supposed to have a home.
Yes.
Since they have 1 hectare of land, it is 1 hectare, and that's what you said.
Yes.
1 hectare, so there is still much land left, because I know who the Ekuna Mbenge people are. Don't come and encroach here. You have given it to Fuhosea. You should assist them to protect this land for them. Because they have just occupied with his traditional council, should do everything within their powers to protect this edifice, to equally protect the land they have handed to Fuhosea. So I want to, at this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, I will hand these keys and the documents to the director of the center, Mr. Gal.
Oh, finally!
Hello! The chief of Ekuna is once more very happy to witness your presence here. I thought we were sending somebody to represent you. You have come personally and you have seen it. As the director said it, to me it's a dream that will come true. I didn't believe it. He's talking about 10 years ago, and that is true. Each time they met me for land and my community, the traditional council, there was a time he brought the Kali people. I said, these land grabbers, bring Kali mission, I will not give. Because if you go to your own, you see the amount of land the Kali people have. It's terrible. So I told him, no, I will not. That is what I did, and that's what I told him. He insisted until I met the traditional council and the natives of Ekuna Mbenge. We said, if we have that center where Blue Blind Center, why should we not also enjoy this facility? So we're all in agreement. I gave them 1 hectare of land, which we have joyfully and peacefully giving, and we shall not encroach. That's the promise. We have no point to regret. We have no point to development. And if you laugh at any handicapped person, you are a fool.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Amen.
The moment you are riding on a bike or in a car, the next minute you don't know, you become a more handicapped person than this already once. This already once. Because you could have all your eyes blown off if you don't die. Isn't it?
Yes.
And then look at what this gentleman has done. He's reading. Meanwhile, we have people here, able legs, feet, eyes, who cannot read. They didn't go to school. So it's not better than them. Far better. So I'm very grateful as the person who has carried out this job has clearly said it. When they will be inaugurating the center properly, this handing the keys, I'll also make a speech that will be written, so that the thing also goes into annals that in my reign as a chief, I did this. So hopefully all of you should stay well and go safely back to your homes. Thank you.
Nation, please animate for us so that Fuhosea can relax for a while before we welcome the NAO representative.
Working with me, and she's Madam Diane Neber of CBS
Christian Broadcasting Center.
You're welcome.
Native to take the floor.
Thank you.
That we actually see is very difficult for us, but I think there has a number of things that we have to look into.
Alors, actuellement où nous sommes, il faut que nous rencontrions le directeur général pour que nous puissions avoir un rabais sur le devis afin de voir ce que nous pouvons faire pour faire avancer ce projet.
At the level where we are struggling to see that we meet the General Director of SODEL to see what we can do to send ahead this bill.
Pourquoi le directeur général? Parce que le directeur régional, compte tenu du coût du projet, n'a pas pouvoir d'apporter son rabais. Donc, ce n'est que le directeur général qui peut le faire.
They cannot drop down the bill, but only the national director can do that. So we are finding a way to forward the bill over there if they can do their reduction.
Auprès du directeur général pour que ensemble nous puissions voir comment on peut nous aider à apporter notre contribution d'électrification entre les Kona.
We are struggling to book an audience with the national director, how we could meet and we talk over and see how they could reduce the cost of this electrification to be taken to the center here.
Nous sommes contents d'être ici et nous vous promettons que nous serons ensemble comme nous avons avancé jusqu'au bout.
We are really happy to have been here even this morning, and we continue to promise you that we'll be with you till the end of this day and till the end of this project.
Merci et que la fête soit belle.
We say thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fuhosea members, and most importantly, the director of Fuhosea. My boss was supposed to be here, but because of other state duty, that is why he could not make it here. That is why he sent me here to present his word to the Fuhosea member and the director. So it is a pleasant and honor. You know why? No. I'm an Ekona child, so I am elated, I am happy. This opportunity to appreciate the founding member of Fuhosea. We hear of the Africa Movement, Africa Action Movement in Germany. We want to thank them very much for what they have done, for their concern to the socially vulnerable persons. The realization of a project like this manifests the commitment of the management board of the association to attain their full objectives. Given the importance for which the center is built, I will urge the management on behalf of my boss the management of the association to work in close collaboration, keeping aside personal gain, or to consider the realization of this structure as an individual effort, nor a personal property. Your door should be open to all the target group you plan to work with without discrimination. As such, any activity carried out in the center should be for the best interest of the trainees admitted in the center and for the expansion of the association such that it may one day become a reference to others. In her effort, we'll continue to provide you with technical support that you will always need. Your humanitarian action is very timely and welcoming because, as you know, the state cannot do all. That is why we work closely with the private sector who help complement some of our efforts. You are really a friend, indeed, as you have constantly demonstrated your willingness and availability to help social services. So once more, I want to tell our friend of Germany that thank you. Your action ties with one of the programs of the Ministry of Social Affairs, which is National Solidarity, and we shall forever remain grateful. But as Oliver Twist said, we need some more. So that is why I will, on behalf of my regional delegate, call on all the different stakeholders here present to mobilize resources to support this association, given that their target population is socially vulnerable. I'm happy for what the chief said. All of us are potential vulnerable person or handicapped person. It just need to be clicked like that, you go. Just as he rightly said, immediately you take a taxi or a bike, before you reach there, something can happen. So that is why we in social affairs will always sing this song that disability is not inability. That is why if some project amounting to 23 million, why not us? 43. So 43 million. So I am calling on all of us here to do something in order that this structure should be complete, in order that it should be put in better use in the future. It is my hope in the days ahead. Thank you for your time.
And the DO is going to lead the structure has, so I'm sure the DO will lead the delegation.
We are now at the working section of the building.
For easy, one is for a shower, one is for a toilet, but we're intending that we shall put another second toilet when the number increases, because you cannot control that if it's just for bathing. But one was supposed to be bathing, but all the two are meant to have toilet sittings. Okay, this is the girls' dormitory. That's the doctor, the female. And from this point here, right to that end there, and down here we have 1 hectare of land. All is demarcated with land pillars. There is a road that is running between us and the school. Equally on the other side, there's also a road which is going into the quarter that's demarcating us with any other person that is coming. Then the next dormitory was. But they want to see that the dream comes through, that if this is put into use, then they will see the need for what kind of dormitory and the quarter they're going to build. That project was alongside with this, but they delayed the second part of the project because they want to see that we receive this and put it to use, then they can go ahead and like this. They are able to ready to join us in furnishing this, but they want to see our first move. They are so happy with the new women, the CDC, the Council of Yoga, relieving us from taxes and all those kind of things. They saw that we are really accepting the gift that is there. I was supposed to go and work in South Africa, but they decided that as a Cameroonian I should die here because the money was not sufficient for this building. But thank God that we have reached this level. Here will be So there will be the small secretariat when people are waiting, they can walk out through this other door here, to this corridor here. Room we call the IT room. Yeah, they will set a computer lab room here for everybody. For people, they will train and they will equally use it for their official purposes. When we this actually is going to be acting like a caretaker's room for now. This is like a caretaker's room. The person who will be caring for the center from now can live here until we provide the center, the site. I mean the living quarter. Okay. Because we cannot abandon the center that way. Somebody is living in here and he has his own internal toilet here. Okay.
Of Fuhosea, Ekona, His Royal Highness, the Chief of Ekona Mbenge Town, the representative of the Regional Delegate for Social Affairs, the Subdivisional Delegate for Social Affairs from Uyuka Subdivision, members of the Ekona Mbenge Traditional Council here present, the representative of the African Action Group, who are the donors of this magnificent edifice, the representative of a new distinguished guest, members of the Fuhosea community here present, ladies and gentlemen. I think today, the 10th day of March in the year of our Lord 2016, is a wonderful day as far as the Fuhosea community in Ekona Mbenge is concerned. As the director of this Disability Empowerment Center said, Mr. Galus Ba, is a wonderful gift, this magnificent structure that's standing behind me. It is actually a dream come true. It is not only from the African Action Group, from Germany, but it's a wonderful gift from God Almighty that has made it to be possible.
Amen.
And it is the Almighty God that has made all of us to be here today.
Amen.
As the regional delegates representative lightly reiterated, I would equally like to hammer and stress that this gift is for the entire Fuhosea community. It is not for an individual. When you spearhead an issue, you spearhead it for the entire community. So, Mr. Galus, you are just at the head, and uneasy lies the head that carries the crown. You know, problems might come up. With a cool and stable head, you should work hand in glove with the Ministry of Social Affairs that the government has placed at your disposal for technical advice and technical direction. It is only a river that flowed without any direction that had to bend. But you have technical services placed at your disposal at the level of the subdivision to assist you in one way or the other. So do not hesitate to call on the subdivisional delegate of social affairs. To be more precise, she is the chief of social center Moyoka. I think she is here present.
Yes.
She has disappeared. She's right behind me. So, madam, from time to time, please do find time to come here and talk with the director of this center. I will want to thank in a special way the Action Group, especially the representative who gave us a wonderful address here. I wouldn't equally leave out the director of this center, Mr. Galus Ba, who did everything, I repeat, everything within his powers to ensure that this project comes to fruition. The traditional ruler of Ikonambenge, Chief Findi, and his traditional council, Fuhosea, the entire Ikonambenge community. I will continue to say this giant project is in Ikonambenge and it has come to stay. And it is the community to ensure that it stays by protecting it jealously. Protecting it what? Jealously. I wouldn't want to come here in 2 years' time or in a year's time and realize that this wonderful structure has been vandalized. We know it is found at the outskirts of Ikonambenge town, and with all these farms around and all the fittings that we've seen, I would not want to hear. Chifindi and the traditional council, are you getting me? I wouldn't want to hear that you've come and vandalized this building. It should remain as we are seeing it today. When I say so, I know what I'm saying.
It's true.
You people should be the day watch. You people, Ikonambenge population in general, should be the night watch, the day watch, and to ensure that the action group will come here again. Because when you do not encourage the action group, will they come?
No.
Yes. We still need more from them. As the regional delegates representative said, like Oliver Twist, we need more. They are ready to assist us. Is that a lie?
No.
Is that a lie?
No.
Yes, the Germans are still ready to assist us. So we are equally counting on you people. When you go back, extend our warm thanks, our hearty thanks to the action group management, that we are happy for this edifice and that the Fuhosea community are so glad. They lack words even to thank you people. And the last, as I said, is that I want to wish all of you, the Fuhosea community inclusive, that you should understand that disability is not inability. You can still move mountains and you are capable of doing it. And this structure is an eloquent testimony that disability is not inability, because the initiator of this project is Bagalus here seated. I've seen over the years, he said he started this issue 10 years ago, how it has bear fruits. Are we not happy?
We are happy.
Are we not happy?
We are happy.
Aha! So stand up and clap for the action group. For this, give them a standing ovation. Thank you very much. Subdivision is open. Come to us at any time. I think, Mr. Galus, you have been coming.
Yes, sir.
And even when they refused one of your children in which school was that?
GHS.
GHS, we had to intervene.
Yes.
For the child to be admitted free of charge, because it's very important. We are now so happy that you have a school at your doorsteps. As the representative of the action group said, that you people will even start before the other schools, so that you have the adequate training before schools resume. So take the bull by the horns. We would like to see those classes full, so that you encourage the action group to do more. That said, ladies and gentlemen, I thank all of you for coming, and I wish all of you a safe journey to your respective destinations.
Here, in the presence of the divisional officer and the official.
How to make our children go back to school with at least something in their back. But this time, we contacted Anukam Publishing House in Boya in August, that the books finally came in January this year. And since we're having this occasion, we thought it wise that let us also extend a hand to our community on which we belong. That is the kind of thing Fuhosea will be doing with the community. Fuhosea is not only going to be a receiving group, but we also want to share to the community from time to time. Like the book, like the Educational Commission said, all the 15 schools in Ikona, we actually make a request that honorability so that we can also put smile in their faces. So that's the procedure we use in coming out with this book donation. And for other visually impaired children that are here, we did our best. Like we always say, our materials were in an examination period. Like they said, on easy head lies a crown. I personally cut that out of my own pocket to support this category of persons. And I will plead that the GO of Uyoka who is here present, I thank him so much. Lack of words, maybe the only way we can see that the GO was here with us, we'll give him that honor to put smiles or to make all our visually impaired children pass their exam this time. We can promise you, GO, that one. If you hand that book, the materials to them, be sure that everybody is going to pass with that honor grade.
And Doom Bernice.
Bernice.
That was the case in the government school.
This was the case.
Yeah, that was the case.
We want to thank. What's your name?
Schoolie Joyce Favor.
Miss Favor.
Afrobeat, hip hop, breakbeat, hooks.
Happy in the sense that since I took over service here as the divisional officer from Uyoka subdivision, this is the first edifice that I am inaugurating. And it is special in the sense that I am inaugurating an edifice for the physically challenged persons, for the handicapped. As you heard me, I said disability is not inability. Because all of us as human beings, we are vulnerable.
Music from the DJ.
And at any one time, we
From the DJ
be handicapped. When you leave your house in the morning, you don't know what will befalls you in the afternoon or in the evening. Even when you sleep in your house, you don't know whether you get up the next morning. So today, I am happy equally and thanking the donor, that is the African Action Group from Germany, that have done this work to the tune of 43 million francs. And the director of the Disability Empowerment Center, Mr. Galus Ba, has equally contributed enormously, because he was at the genesis of this project. He was right at the end of the project. And today that we are inaugurating the project, the entire community of Ikona Mbembe town in particular and Uyoka subdivision in general is highly happy and elated.
What's the impression?
The impression I have to create this foundation is when myself, when I left school in 1998, I came back home in Ikona. I wanted to try my hand in self-reliant activities. But I finally noticed that there were more of my other friends who were living with another disability or the other disability who were still lacking behind. And I thought this wise that if I'll be able to bring some of them together and share my skills with them, it would be, for me, at least taking one beggar off the street. That was the thing that inspired me from that date. Yes, my vision is just starting, and thanks to the donor organization that has come to my assistance and the community of the Konan Bengue, I think they have just given me a push. Like they always says, he will receive more, to him more is required. From now onward, like you heard me mentioned outside there, we are going to start operating a full center for persons with disability, a dormitory. People will go there, they will be living here, and when whatever we teach them, we mainstream them in other schools in town. Those who will be identified for vocational activities, also try to identify other workshops in town where we integrate them inside. These days we talk of inclusive society. We want to make inclusive society felt in our community of the Kuna or Southwest, why not Cameroon at large? That's the kind of thing my vision is leading me to.
Okay, can you present the structure of this edifice, this beautiful edifice?
Yes. The African Action German with other partner organizations like the HIT Foundation and BMZ, which African Action was like, they were the main collection of the funds. It amount to 43 million CFA franc. This structure represents 43 million CFA franc from the German government.
The presentation of the structure.
The presentation of the structure. This building where we are talking about today, it has a secretariat, it has an office for the directorate, it has an IT unit, that is computer training will be done there. We have 2 dormitories for boys and girls. We have a classroom where we call it initiation class, where we bring children, prepare them for schools, and integrate them or include them into normal schools in town. We also have a workshop that will be for our adult members that will learn sustainable lively skills. And we also have a hall that hall will serve as a conference hall for this community, not only for us with persons with disability. We intend that the community might have a program, give them opportunity to have it here. So that is how. And in the structure, we probably have the caretaker room. We have a caretaker room. As we look at the structure, there are more other things to come. That I intend that we think that in future we want to make this place a small village within a village or within a town. The structure as for now has 9 rooms and 9 toilet facilities in all. I request to the public, and why not to the external community, the diaspora community, the structure in which we have just received the key, has been given to us by the German government, but still is the naked structure. It needs to be furnished. We need things like computer for our rooms, we need chairs, we need tables, we need working materials. Equally, our dormitory needs also to be furnished. The structure itself hasn't, this center itself hasn't got a fitting kitchen. If we are starting this center today, it means that we haven't got an outdoor kitchen. We are pleading for the community. Whoever can come to our plea, greatly likely to work with the person. That is, we need a kitchen and a refectory.